Hey everybody, what's up? Big Cat here with Smitty coming at you.
Hey,
And we thought we'd try something a little different this year. So, a little video analysis from your boys. We'll try to keep it brief, but before we dive in here, just want to thank everyone for a good draft. I bust everyone's chops, but it actually went very smoothly for the amount of rounds we got in. So thank
except
you
for
for that.
Danny.
Yeah, except for Danny,
Danny
which
didn't
we'll
do.
get into a little bit later.
We're gonna
Uh,
delve into that right now,
oop,
actually.
time, she's up. So So thank you for the draft. So that was a good time. So we wanted to go division by division. So this will be the first video of the bearded clam division because that's at the top of the list. So that'll be Andrew, that'll be Danny Vera, and that'll be Dave Free.
Smash that subscribe button.
Yep. So if you like this video, let us know by dropping a like on it.
And
All
don't
right.
forget to hit the subscribe button with notifications on so you know whenever our analysis comes out.
So with that, you got anything else to add, Smitty?
No, that's it, man.
All
Ready to
right.
go. I think it's going to be a great season. Waivers. Oh, yeah, waivers. Thursday mornings, 10 a.m., which is a little different. We used to be 3 p.m. on Wednesday. We're Thursday, 10 a.m., just to let those Wednesday practices go through in case there's any injury reports and stuff like that. So that's really the only major difference in season. We're good to go.
Yep. And that'll help me out too because I'm always trying to get my waiver moves in at the very last second, and then Dave Free emails everyone and tells them I'm cheating. so,
I thought we
so
weren't going to
the,
talk about that on air, but that's just there
we
it
can
is.
cut. We'll cut that out later.
Yeah, we can cut that.
All right. So while you're grabbing a drink here, why don't you, Dave? Why don't you set up the division, and then I'll get going with the breakdown on the first position group.
Yeah, sure. So first division we're going to go through is the Division One top left on the screen. So it's Bearded Clam Andrew. It's Big Poppy, and smash that subscribe button, Dave Free.
Good name.
So what we're going to do is go through the division position by position, and then we'll kind of give our predictions on where we think things are going to shake out. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to the big fella who's going to talk about quarterbacks.
All right. So, basically, I think for this division, we're going to do a little bit different. This is going to be kind of a two-horse race. Danny Vera we'll get to at the end, who I love. I mean, who doesn't love that guy? But kind of a rough draft for your boy, 2 years removed from his championship. So we're going to basically go head-to-head here with Andrew and Dave Free. All right, so quarterbacks, we'll start with them. You got to probably give Dave Free the nod. Probably one of the best 1-2 punches in the league. So he's got Matt Ryan, who is always kind of so as far as the results he produces. But as far as a fantasy quarterback goes, he's always up there. He's very consistent week to week. He is real nice to be able to just drop in there and forget about it. And, probably 1 or 2 games he'll go off, and then he'll be, a nice QB1 for the rest of the week. So I like him. And, you got to like Big Ben coming back. He looks pretty good. He dropped roughly 85 pounds, shaved his beard. And he's been getting good reviews. So they're obviously not going to give him bad reviews. But he does look like he has it together. So if he has it anywhere close to where he was the year before he got hurt, he'll probably be a QB1 too. So pretty good on that side, even though I obviously don't like Dave Free whatsoever, and I hope he loses every single game. All right. So Andrew, just one on his depth chart. Drew Brees, what can you say about that? He missed some time last year for the first time I can remember for a while. But if you take those games out, he was right up there as a QB1. So if he plays, I think it's really all you need. If he doesn't, then obviously he's going to have to go to the waiver wire and find another option. But probably a good position to need if you needed to do that, because the depth out there is pretty good once you get past the first couple guys. So
Yeah, yeah, not too bad. So close, but I agree with you there.
yep.
Um, Moving on to running backs. Pretty close here too. But I'm also going to go with smash the subscribe button with Dave Free. Saquon Barkley is Saquon Barkley. And then Mostert is going to take the lead role out there in San Francisco, which is a good spot to be. I mean, Kyle Shanahan makes running backs. Mostert showed a lot at the end of last year. And Jonathan Taylor, I mean, is a rookie pickup. The potential for big-time upside there is awesome. So I love that. Tariq Cohen is a pass catcher, a spot start. So not too bad. Over on Andrew's side, not bad. James Conner is kind of in the same as Big Ben, where potential for a lot, has a lot to prove this year. It's a contract year for Conner, so he should be going out there and trying to make every dollar that he can. David Johnson, again, like another prove-it guy to me, who I kind of like sneakily. Bill O'Brien's going to just jam the ball right into his belly all the time. O'Brien needs to prove that he wasn't wrong in that trade of DJ and D-Hop. So I think Johnson's going to get every opportunity to succeed down in Houston. Ronald Jones is now worth shit, in my opinion. It's over. And Jordan Howard is Jordan Howard, spot startable. But, so with that, I lean Dave Free just on the strength of Barkley and Mostert. I think Mostert's a really good guy. I think he's going to be like a top 12, top 14 guy. So, I'm Dave Free there.
It's a bold prediction. Bold. So, yeah, I kind of think that running back is the strength of Dave's team there. So, good stuff there. So let's move on to receivers here. So clearly the best position group on Andrew's team here. So we got Stephon Diggs, who I like. If Josh Allen can hit the broad side of a barn on his deep throws, which he really hasn't been able to do so far, Diggs would have a huge season because they got a lot of other weapons on that offense. Gallup, a guy I traded him and the bonus kept. I obviously love him. I think he's still going to put up really good numbers in that Dallas offense. Kenny Golladay is probably one of my favorite receivers. I think he's going to I think the arrow's pointing up on him. I really like him. Tyler Lockett, I've had in other leagues. He's good and bad. He's going to be highly ranked because he stayed on the field last year. Can he do that 2 years in a row? I don't know, but it's pretty good value for a third wide receiver. Over on Dave Free's side, it's kind of rough, to be honest with you. I obviously know nothing, but I'm not a Juju fan. I never have been. Dave Free snaked him away from me anyway, as I made a great draft pick, but just couldn't keep him on my roster. On my way to another fantastic season, I'm sure. But I forgot. That was like 2 or 3 years ago now. I just don't think he's that talented. I think he's more of a product of the offense and Big Ben. And I said last year, if Big Ben gets hurt, he's not going to do anything at all. I was pretty right on that one. So I don't love him, but he is highly ranked. Devontae Parker, I'm not a fan of as well. I know he put up big numbers for a stretch there, but I'll believe the consistency when I see it on that guy. Cooper Kupp, obviously, just a solid producer and very reliable, and I think they're going to actually have to lean on him this year if that offense is going to do anything. So I like him as well. Josh Brown, kind of a throw-in now behind Diggs. And Christian Kirk can have a huge week or put up 0 points. I know that from experience. So not bad as far as the rankings go. Just none of Dave Free's guys are high up on my list, which, who knows. But, let's be honest, Dave Free stinks at fantasy football. So if they're on his team, they're probably not going to be that good. That's really pretty much how it goes. So, I'm going to give the lean there to Andrew, probably the A part of his roster.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm in agreement there. So moving on to tight ends. Tight end's interesting, especially in our league because it's a full point PPR. But Andrew has, the bearded clam has Hunter Henry, TJ Hawkinson. Hawkinson had injury issues last year. He also had to suffer through Matt Stafford being hurt, so kind of a mess. Showed some decent games. Hunter Henry, I think, was undervalued. So I actually like Andrew's guys here. Over on the Dave Free side, Noah Fant. I don't know where he fits into that offense is the problem, right? You have Cortland Sutton, you have Jerry Jeudy, you have CeeDee Lamb, you have Melvin Gordon, you got Philip Lindsay. Like, there's a lot of mouths to feed there. And I know that Fant showed some stuff last year. So who knows? With Gronk, look, man, if he's the Gronk of old, great. But if he's anything different, and if he gets banged up, they got OJ Howard waiting for him. So with that, I would just feel more comfortable starting Hunter Henry every week. So I'm going to lean to the bearded clam on this one on tight ends. I'm going to lean over that way.
Yep. It's he's pretty much got Dave Free. That is has all of his eggs in the Gronk bucket. So could be boom or bust there.
Yep.
All right, so let's go quick through the D's, and then we'll have Smitty wrap up here with the overall teams. I guess I'll go first on the linemen. I'll pretty much just call this one a toss-up. I think they're both great defensive linemen. J.J. Watt on Dave Free's side has not done very well in the last couple of years fantasy-wise, but mostly due to injury. But he's a tough guy. I think he could turn it around. So I'm going to give this one a dead heat, but both very good players.
Yeah. On the linebacker side, I lean Andrew. Zach Cunningham, great player all over the field. Led the league in solo tackles last year. Don't know if you knew that. And Blake Martinez, again, huge part of the Green Bay defense. Now he's on the Giants. So fantastic starting duo that he can pick from every week. On Dave's side, Dupree is a sack guy. He's almost like a defensive end that is classified as a linebacker. Roquan Smith, centerpiece of that Bears defense. But, I lean Andrew on that just because he has two guys that are premium starters.
Yeah, that sounds right to me. Yeah, I had no idea me and Bud Dupuis had so many sacks last year. That's crazy.
He did it like 11 and a half, I think, right?
Yeah.
There's a shitload.
Yeah. So I'll close up the defense here. So, you can only start one player, but Andrew has actually three really good safeties. I would say three top 7 safeties, in my opinion. So really good. And Neal coming back, he's been hurt for 2 years in a row, but if he plays and can play like he knows how to, and the injury is okay, he could be a defensive player of the year candidate. He really could. So hopefully he comes back just for him. He's been hurt for 2 years. And then Antoine Winfield, he's another top 10 guy. So I'll just, because Andrew went so gung-ho at the position, I'll give him the lean on safety. But as far as starters go, probably pretty even.
Agree. And just wrapping up the division, I think it's pretty close. I think Andrew gets it by a hair, but they have a week 12 game, the two of these two. I think that's going to decide it. I wouldn't be shocked to see either one of them make the playoffs. I don't know if the second place team is going to have enough juice to make it into the wild card. But in the spirit of making bold predictions, I have the bearded clam coming through out of this division with smash that subscribe button as second place and Big Poppy as an also ran.
All right. Well, we completely skipped over Big Poppy there, so why don't we talk about him for a minute here? So I want to wrap up this video because we're going a little bit long, but
let's play a little game. It's called Say Something Nice About Danny's Team. Go ahead. You go first.
Quarterback, I got nothing good to say.
Okay.
Running back.
That's not the segment. Say something nice. Say something nice.
Yeah. Tyreek Hill is pretty good last year. Was pretty good.
Tyreek Hill plays football.
So
if you want my honest opinion, I think Todd Gurley, undervalued. If Gurley goes all 16 games, he's going to be like a top 10 running back. undervalued. So like I like Gurley, Tyreek Hill. You can't not like George Kittle. You can't not like him either. Those defensive ends, you can only start one, but he's got three great ones. So, he's got some pieces there. But like the running back, aside from Gurley, is a fucking disaster. His quarterbacks are vanilla ice cream, and he doesn't even have a fucking linebacker. So
Yeah. Got to hit that waiver wire, Poppy. You got to do it. Got to get out there.
Spend that money.
Hire someone if you need to, but you got to do roster overhaul.
It's going to take some work. It's going to take some work to get him into it, but crazier things have happened.
Yep, and this season is going to be unpredictable for sure. So, you never know at this point.
There you go.
With Poppy, though, I kind of know.
Good luck. Good luck.
All righty. Well, that wraps up this division.
All right. We'll see you on the next one.
Holler.